Hello to everyone in Year 9. Firstly, I just wanted to say that I really miss you all. It's really sad not seeing all my Year 9 students because you are the best students and the ones that I have the best banter with. So I miss seeing you. I hope you're all safe and well. I wanted to touch base with you now just to make sure that you know what you should be doing. So for my classes, what I've been doing is I've uploaded one homework only to Everest, and that's been up there since the first week of school closures. And on that homework, I have explained that that's basically your access point. So you've got documents there that tell you what to do, and when you've done the work, you need to email it to me, or you can use WhatsApp as well. So my email is nallnut, A-L-L-N for November, U-T-T, at jghs.edu.ky. And once you've done that very first piece of homework that I keep setting on Everest every single week, then you've emailed it to me, then I will send you the next task by email, and so on. So every time you send me work, I'll send you feedback, and then I'll send you the next task. And some students have reached on to their third and fourth tasks by doing this. So it is an effective way of doing it. I know it's not perfect. Nothing is perfect at the moment. So let's have a look at what you should have done so far to try to make sense of it all. And I'll apologise for my hair and my lack of makeup. Okay, so I'm going to turn it round so you can see the computer screen. If I can try to do that. Let me do that. Okay, so I'll turn around my phone. It's very high tech. Okay, so your first lesson, you were looking at this page right here. Okay, it's going to take a while to load. Okay, here it comes. Now, some people got confused with the first task because it's a double-sided page. And some people didn't read the instructions and they just went straight to the magazine article. That is not correct. My apologies. Technology, hey. Okay, so you should have seen this task here. Now this is a double-sided page, so this actually is the second side of a booklet that you should have been looking at. And this task here is your second task. Now, if you looked at the description in the Word document that came with the homework, you would have seen that. Okay, so let's scroll down. So your first task for that first lesson is actually this work right here. So you can see that you have questions here. You've got a picture of Michael Jackson, and it says, why did the stars change their image? Write 5 possible reasons for this change below. Now, I know some of you can't get onto the PDF, but you know all you need to do is put it on a Word document and write me down 5 things. Why did stars change their image? Write 5 possible reasons for the change below. And then over this side, the pictures below show 3 stars at the start of their careers and then more recently. Your task is to identify changes in their image by describing their clothes, hair, makeup, accessories, and body art. That's tattoos. Describe why their image has changed. What was different personally had they left a group? Identify how that would impact upon their audience and their ability to make money for their music. So you've got Miley Cyrus, Zayn, and Ed Sheeran. You need to do exactly what it says, 3 questions for each of the artists. Again, if you can't input the information into the boxes, send it to me as a Word document. That was lesson 1. Lesson 2 is as follows. So you're going to look at the same page, and it's got the grading criteria at the top right here. Magazine article. You have been invited by an editor to create a magazine article with the title, The Changing Styles of. You can choose any musical style that you want. These are just examples. Your magazine article must contain then and now pictures which you have described. A description of why you think the star has changed their image, Identification of how this change of image will impact their audience. The grading will be pass, merit, distinction. And it tells you what you do for each of those. And what I did with that is I also included an example. Now the example I included was one I did myself a few years ago, and I said to you that this example would only be a pass standard because I didn't talk about the audience at all. So this is a pass standard. I did a magazine article about Adele. So with Adele, I chose a scruffy look. I chose a slightly more recent photograph and then a recent photograph. And I described what she looked like. Now you probably want to choose a full-length picture. Scruffy and unkempt, Adele's off-duty style reflects her whatever attitude to life. Cigarette in mouth, bare-faced and windswept, she looks miles away from her polished, retro-influenced performance style. Then I described her hair, what she was wearing, and then I talked about why she's changed her style. And the reason this wouldn't be a distinction is because I didn't talk about her audience, how her audience has changed or stayed the same. So you're creating a magazine article about an artist of your choice for the second lesson. You need to find maybe 3 pictures, full length, describe exactly what they're wearing. I have got dyed blonde hair. I have a braid. I do not have any makeup on. I am not wearing earrings, but I am wearing a green necklace and a coral coloured baggy t-shirt. Okay, so everything that you say, you see, you need to write down. You need to be really descriptive. The shoes they're wearing, their pants. Do they have tattoos? How is it different? How does it change? Why does it change? Why did Miley Cyrus change from her Hannah Montana days to when she was doing Wrecking Ball? Why did she change? What was different with her? Did she want to be a strong woman? Was she trying to show she was independent? Did her audience change with her? Or did she lose her audience because she changed her style? That's what you need to say. So some of you have already sent me that. Congratulations to you. And then the third task, which is the one that people did for me last week, is about stereotyping. You have to say what stereotyping is. So stereotyping is when we expect certain people to look or sound a particular way. But we're looking at music. So we're talking about stereotyping music styles. So somebody who's a rock star, do you have an expectation about what they would wear? So for example, on the page, you'll see that we've got, as it opens, Word is very slow today. This bunting, by the way, is because it was my birthday yesterday and Mr. Ornut put up some birthday bunting for me. It's those little flags, if you wonder what that is. Okay, so you can see that on the page we've got rock music, classical music, hip hop and country. And you have to write down 5 things you would expect people to wear in each of those styles. Then you have a link for YouTube. You have to watch the videos. You have to say what style of music you like, what you don't like. Then there's an Ariana Grande and Jimmy Fallon video. You need to watch that. You need to talk about the way they moved. And then that's when, hopefully, you will come to class with me on Teams and I can explain the next task to you. So I have explained task 1, which was the questions, task 2, which was the magazine article, and task 3, which is the lesson about stereotyping. So every class that you have, I'm going to try to be there for the first 10-15 minutes to talk to you. People who are saying to me, why aren't we having virtual classes? Well, for some of your classes, 1 person only has sent me work. For some classes, half the class has sent me work. So everybody is somewhere slightly different, which can make it quite difficult to do a virtual class because everybody's in a different place. But what we're going to try to do next week, the week beginning May the 4th, is we're going to try to present the work that people have done from this week during the class. So we're going to try to do that and see how it works. We are all doing our very best. But remember, Everest is your access point Once you've completed that homework, you email it to me, and then I will send you the next task, and I'm always on Teams. So if you want to reach out to me on Teams, you want to call me on Teams, you want to send me a message on Teams, you want to send me an email, you must do that. We are working together. I hope you're safe and well, and I hope to see you during your class times. Try to remember when those are. I know it's quite tricky. And I'll leave you with my dog Scooby, who's sleeping. Stay safe. I'll see you all soon.